language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised. In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now. Don't know, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, everybody. Need a punch. Now that you listen, Mike Tras9h.com. The best in the business. Say it's a punch. Wrestling fans throughout radio land, listen to Trash Talking Radio at trashtalkingradio.com. Every Tuesday from 7 to 10 o'clock, you hear guys like myself and you Gannon Giant come on. And that's my story.
It is Trash Talking Radio. It is Tuesday night. And as always, it's the best night of the week, as it's been for 23 years. Holy cow. I've been doing this a long time. You'd think
someday you'll get good at it.
You'd think I'd learned my lesson by now. I don't know. How you doing, Doug?
I'm doing fine, Mike. I'm doing fine.
Cool. I'm doing decent. I've been editing all weekend and I've been working like crazy trying to get this video for the band done. And most of the hard stuff done. Now I got to clean up, and I'm going to make them individual songs rather than sets. Then I'll tie the sets together with a set list. Then they can skip whatever songs they don't like just by fast forwarding. That's the way I figure it would work. So
I can't wait to see it.
It's exciting, and it's kind of cool because this is the first time that I've taken on this big of a journey of editing. I mean, 3 hours is a long edit. I've tried to do it with the other videos that I did, but the problem is the videos weren't good enough. The sound didn't sound as good as it should have. We had technical issues and all that stuff. All the technical issues are gone. and it came out pretty good. I'm real happy with it. So I think it's just the icing on the cake that I'm doing now is trying to make it look better. You know, it's good as it is, but I think it would be even better if I can do some enhancements to the video so you know who to look at when somebody's playing a lead and stuff like that. So it's just little stuff like that. But I think it's important. Plus, I got to be careful I don't have me on the screen too much, or I'm going to have people saying, why is there so much of you? Why isn't there some of us? Why? And I'm trying to be careful not to.
And you just say it's because I'm doing the editing.
Yeah, well, I could say that, but I don't want them to think that it's all about me. I really want them to. I want them to say, darn, that's a good video. I don't want them to be sidetracked by things like, you know, like egos, because I'm not doing it by ego. I'm definitely trying to make sure I don't spend that much time on me. So I'm doing just the opposite. But you never know. Stranger things have happened, and I think the video is going to be a good tool for us to get jobs. So I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, it'll be good. I should have it done by next week, and I'll be playing some on the show, maybe. I did get a strike for playing one on the show last week, or whatever week it was I did that. I didn't get a strike. It's just a warning that I won't get monetized for that video because I didn't write the song. And it's okay. I don't care. I don't need monetized. I'm just trying to get the band out there. So you do what you got to do. All right. This week. Oh, this is a good one for your birthday thing. I think it is. Although I know there's one, two, there's probably maybe three out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Out of the 9 that you won't probably know. I think I'm going to do side betting on this. I'm going to bet which ones you don't know. And then see what I know. See how much of this I know. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Well, some of these you should know, but you may not. You may have forgotten who they are. And that's kind of going to be fun to see if I'm right about those. But let's start with one you don't know, or I feel you don't know, because you probably don't watch I've seen him on one show, but I think he probably has credits for other things. And he's a really good actor, and this is from a Netflix show. His name is Cillian Murphy. Now, he plays in Peaky Blinders. This is his character on Peaky Blinders. Oh, you can't see that. Hold on. This is his character on Peaky Blinders. And that's I like that show. It's kind of set in the Depression, and he's a pretty evil guy, but he's a good guy in that era because everybody was pretty bad back then. So you probably don't know him. He's British, but I really like his character.
Yep, I don't know.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't. I'm not surprised about that. Any guesses?
28.
Well, you're off by about 22, so he's 50.
He looks younger.
He does. He looks really good. I couldn't believe it when I saw he was 50. I was like, really? He's 50? I would have guessed he was 40, but still. The next one that you probably don't know is this guy, Michael Che. Saturday Night Live. He's on the news section. Him and this guy here are the news guys, and they are really, really funny. They do this segment where the black guy writes the white guy's material and the white guy writes the black guy's material, so you know it's going to be racist. It's really, really, really cringing sometimes what the white guy has to say because the black guy wrote it. And some of the things that the black guy has to say, they aren't quite as cringing, but they're, they're pretty bad. So that's the other one. Anyway, that's Michael Che. That's Michael Che.
38.
He is, okay, he's 43. That works. The rest of them, there's a good chance you know the rest of them. You just may not know why you know it. Judge Reinhold.
Yeah, he's
Beverly Hills Cop.
58.
He is 69.
Wow.
I didn't know he was that old. When I say that old, I mean that with the most respect towards you. Next one is Al Franken. He ran.
Goodness, how old is Al?
He's been around for a while, so he was on Saturday Night Live too. And didn't he have a governmental run of some sort?
Yeah, he was in government and got chased out. I'm going to say 72.
He is 75. You got it. Okay. Then we got, I guess I'll do this one now. Nancy Kwan. She was an Olympic, I don't know if she was a gold medalist or what she was. I think. I hope that's right. Well, maybe she was an actress. Look at this. She's done all kinds of acting. I could have sworn she was in the Olympics.
53.
She is 87.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not. She must not have been in the Olympics.
Wow.
Hold on. I'm going to find out if she was in the Olympics. Because I thought that was why I knew her. Let's see. Oh, I'm wrong. Okay. Says, yeah, okay. She was a Hollywood person. Wow. I don't know, who was I thinking of? Wasn't there a Nancy something that was Asian that ice skated or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch the Winter Olympics, so
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, this one, you'll know her name. You may not know her till you see her. Grace Jones. Do you remember her?
Well, I know the name.
There you go. You probably know her look now. She's hard to forget.
She is hard to forget. Jeez.
Now think about this
Let me
before
see another word.
think about this before you answer. She was on MTV in the early days.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say 68.
78.
78. Okay.
78, yeah. How about this one? I know you know this guy. I know, Mr. T. I pity the fool.
75.
He is. Where is he? There he is. He's 74. So you got that one. All right, and we got two more. Mike Myers. There you go. There's his characters, all his characters.
Yeah, 62.
He is 63. You got that one. And lastly, Joe Anawai. And I know you know who he is. Do you know who he is?
No.
You will now.
The name's not familiar.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy here. There's him in football. Because he wanted to be a football player. Here's him in the early days.
I'd almost think you guess a 32, but I could be wrong.
41.
41, okay.
He was 32. Back when, he's been in front of the cameras for a long time because think about this. He's been we're in the 6th year of the 2020s. So he's been pretty much wrestling full time since he was probably, see if he's, what did I say he was? He's 40, 41. He's been in WWE probably since, well, they debuted the Shield in 2015 or 16, maybe 14, maybe. So he's been in wrestling for quite a while. But he wanted to be a football player. That didn't work out too well for him, poor guy. He couldn't be making that millions of dollars that he makes now. Man, that's it.
I
That's
think
all.
I think he landed on his feet.
Yeah, I know he's scraping to make it from paycheck to paycheck, but he'll make it someday. So I don't know. I think it's awesome though. That family has done so much for the business. Oh wow, I shouldn't have done that. Oh yeah, delete. Get it back. Delete. Give me it back. There's no attacker. Stop it. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, there we go. Well, let's do it again. Gonna delete that. There we go. Memorial Day was this weekend. It's a federal holiday observed the last Monday of May, honoring men and women who died while serving in the U.S. military. Originally called, do you know what it was originally called?
No.
Originally called Decoration Day.
Okay.
Its origins trace back to the aftermath of the Civil War, when communities across the country began holding local ceremonies to decorate the graves of fallen soldiers. So, if you learn anything, you now know that it was originally Decoration Day. I didn't know that. So that was news to me. Just like Nancy Kwan was news to me. There we go. All right. Where are we at here? It says here, when community, it says, okay, so it says, its origins trace to the aftermath of the Civil War, when communities across the country began holding local ceremonies to decorate the graves of the fallen soldiers. The first national commemoration was held at Arlington National Cemetery on May 30th, 1868. Over time, the holiday has come both a solemn day of remembrance and an unofficial start of summer. Boy, if that's really true, we're in trouble because we've not had summer we've not had the normal weather that we are accustomed to. This has been a weird year. And let's see. It says here, Congress moved it from May 30th to the final Monday in May in 1971, creating what is now one of the biggest travel and cookout weekends of the year. It says here that today traditions include visiting cemeteries, attending parades, and the national moment of remembrance at 3 p.m. Oh, I didn't know about that. Did you know about that?
No, I didn't.
I didn't know there was a national moment of. Well, I think that they should tell us. I didn't know that. When Americans are asked to pause and honor the fallen. So that's kind of interesting. One of the earliest Memorial Day ceremonies was held by new freed Black Americans in South Carolina. Did you know that?
No.
Okay.
A lot of it I don't know tonight.
Well, I mean, I didn't know any of this stuff, so I'm pretty I'm kind of learning as I go here. The American Battle Monuments Commission maintains 26 overseas military cemeteries in 16 countries. The Indianapolis 500 has been tied to the Decoration Memorial Day since 1911. I didn't even know the Indianapolis 500 was having events in 1911. Okay, then it says cookout and barbecue culture boomed in the post-war 1950s America. And that's just some of the information about Memorial Day. So, by the way, I don't know if I ever told you this, but October 1st, we're going to be doing a Battle of the Bands to benefit the vets. And
Good.
we're doing it, we're doing it for free because it's the vets. And also we're doing it at an American Legion, which if they like us, I would imagine we could get a job there then. So, be kind of cool to play there, but you know, anything we can do for the vets, I mean, that's all cool. All right, now on to the show. Now I'm gonna get my notes in gear here. There was something I wanted to talk about first, and I highlighted it. So now I gotta find what it was. Oh, here it is. This was some photos of Memorial Day events. There we go. That big flag. Okay. I've never been there. Have you ever been there?
Yes, many times. It's quite a sight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a sad sight. Wow. That's some pictures. Oh, that's a good picture. I like that. Looks like there's two of them.
Looks like it.
Yeah, that's always...
They're just the same, too.
Yeah. Ironic, isn't it?
Must be twins.
Yeah. Doublemint twins. Oh, that's interesting. Gotta have Civil War people. Oh, wow. Where'd they go? Oh, that's a neat tank. It's a small tank, isn't it? I mean, in tank size.
In tank size, it's small.
Yeah. Then we got... Oh, man. Oh, wow. I like that picture. Can't even see it. Can't even see the top of it. That's it. All right. All right. Where do I start? Man, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. I'll talk about one. You know me. I'm a car enthusiast, an EV car enthusiast. This came up today in the New York Post. Ferrari's new $640,000 electric, already a massive fail, and looks just like the $30K Nissan monstrosity. I got to see what this car looks like because I have not seen it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it does. You want to pay $640,000 for that? It can hit.
No, I saw that article and I thought, man, that is an ugly looking.
Yeah, it's named the Loose, named after the word for light. Is the Maranello Italy-based sports car first ever 5-seater, designed by former exec Joni Ice firm. I think she's hired. I wouldn't pay $650,000. Here's the part. It hits 60 miles per hour in around 2.5 seconds. I can get one of those for $100,000 that'll hit 1.9 in 60 seconds, or in 2.5 seconds. So I could beat that one just by getting an hour. That's the Model S. So that's kind of crazy. I kind of wanted to have a good car, but it isn't. Oh, man. Let's see. Then we got... Oh, so this is one I just put this in my right came down here because it was kind of a weird article. Tell me what you think of this. Okay. Ex-JP Morgan banker Chayaru Rana dealt second major blow in an explosive sex slave lawsuit. Did you see this?
No.
Okay.
I did not.
Now, you would think that must be a guy, right?
Yeah.
It's not.
Usually is.
Yeah, it's not. It's the guy that there's. This is the lawyer. No, wait. Yeah, this is the lawyer. Where's she at? There's the woman. That person who suing. She's suing because she is saying they're saying she did not as a sex slave, but I'm not making this guy here. I think that's the guy. Let me see here. I tried to clear this, bringing it all. I'm a little confused myself. So this is the guy who was a sex slave. I don't know. I don't get it. Hold on. Now I'm confused. Damn it. Yeah, that's the Ron. This is the woman. No, that's not the right woman. The suing. No, that's not it either. Okay, I'm confused. I'm really confused now. I thought it was. I could have sworn it was one because I remember seeing it said she. Okay. Now I need to read this again. Okay, Chirana cannot remain anonymous in his explosive sex slave lawsuit against a female executive. Okay, so I'm right. Okay, so it was a guy. The question is, who's that? Is that the lawyer? Or is that? Now I'm confused. The rolling came. Okay, that's the lawyer. Okay, so this is the guy that said he was this sex slave. I don't know. I could pick a better sex slave than that. You pick.
Yeah, but she was pretty.
What's that?
She's pretty. I don't think she'd need a sex slave.
That's what I
She's
mean.
pretty.
That's what I mean. I can't understand it. What I mean, unless she must have been something. I don't know. It's got me confused about the whole thing. But anyway, so she's got issues now. Oh man. All right. Did you hear about this girl who? I guess it happened. I'm trying to think here. I saw a little bit about it this weekend, and I haven't had a chance to watch. They did a Netflix special called The Crash. And this woman is like in her 20s or something like that, somewhere like between 18 and 20. And she had a boyfriend that was wanting to break up with her, and she drove her car very recklessly into a wall with her boyfriend, and another friend in the car. The boyfriend died and the other friend died. She stayed alive. And they did some investigating and found that they have little black boxes in these cars now. So like if you wanted to know anything about me, you could find out by the little black box in my car. You could find out exactly what happened, how fast I was going, whether or not I had the accelerator on, whether or not the brake was on. You could find all that stuff out now. And it showed that she had her foot on the gas and she was going over 100 miles an hour when she hit the wall. She lived and they didn't. So she was, I I was kind of obsessed a little bit about her because I wanted to know why she would have done all this, and I still don't really have I mean, she wanted to be an influencer. Her big goal in life was to be an influencer, and she did all these videos of her being an influencer, and I couldn't imagine what she was thinking. But she's in jail now. This happened in 2023. She's in jail. And she is so stupid. She started talking Pig Latin to her mother so that they could you know how they monitor your telephone calls.
Yeah.
Well, she was saying all kinds of things in Pig Latin, and they were smart enough to find out what she was saying, because I mean, it's not exactly Pig Latin, it's their own kind of Latin, whatever it was that they had between them. But she said some bad things, some incriminating things that they're probably going to use against her, and it's just really ridiculous. This girl, she just, her name's Mackenzie Shrilla, and she's a real piece of work. I'm glad she's in jail, because couldn't happen to a nicer person. So, but she scares me that those kind of people are actually existing out there, and she thinks she's going to get out. So anyway, in her short period of time that's been there, she found a girlfriend, and she's really mad and upset now because her girlfriend got out of jail, and she's still in jail. So that was kind of funny. But I mean, the girl is so obnoxious. She thinks she's going to get out. She thinks she's going to be found innocent, and I mean, it doesn't look good for her as far as I can tell. And her mother's so standing behind her and stuff. But yeah, she's a loser. She's not going to make it to any top 10 list except for top 10 people stuck in jail. So kind of weird. I can't fathom the whole thing of having no remorse for killing two people. You know, I'm amazed that they even exist. So anyway, all right, so that's that. I'm sure we'll have more stuff on her as the weeks go by. All right, we did this. I don't need this, so get rid of that. Oh, right, so did that again. Darn it. I'm like not. I'm screwing up my deletes because I'm deleting the wrong stuff. All right, here we go. Beloved Pennsylvania teacher killed by husband who tried to take his own life. I'm telling you, these people, get your acts together, man. So, a man suspected of shooting and killing his wife before turning the gun on himself in an apparent failed murder-suicide attempt last week in Dauphin County. He kind of wasn't very good at this murder-suicide thing. He got the murder part down. He didn't get the suicide thing down. He's still alive. He wasn't expected to survive. It says here, Dennis fatally shot his wife, Taryn, before turning the gun on himself following a domestic dispute at their home in Jefferson Township. Police said that Taryn was pronounced dead at the scene, while 46-year-old Dennis was not expected to survive the self-inflicted gun wound. And then on Tuesday, they reported that, I guess he didn't die. On Tuesday, I said now I'm confused. Okay.
Yeah, he said he died.
Yeah, that's not what I was expecting to see. Well, then he didn't fail his mission. He actually completed his mission. Okay. Well, I guess I guess he did die. According to I thought they said he failed his mission. Wait a minute. Trying to take his own life. Okay. Okay, well, well, good. I'm glad he's dead. Can't hurt anybody else. I guess I got to read these a little closer once in a while. All right, let's see here. Do you know who Kyle Busch is?
Yes.
Do you know what the deal is with him?
Yes, he died over the weekend.
Yes, of sepsis.
Had pneumonia and turned into sepsis. Oh, there it is.
What a way to go. Man, I was like, what is going on? I mean, this weekend I saw that he died and I didn't really look at it that closely, and I didn't see it till today. So he had severe pneumonia and into sepsis. Sepsis is a good thing. I had sepsis. I had it twice now. And it didn't kill me yet, but I'm telling you, you feel miserable. I was in the hospital for, I don't even know how long. I think I was in for a week. I think I was in there for a week the last time. That's a horrible thing. And he was young, I think. He was like 47.
And he was good. He was one of the best drivers on the circuit.
41. He was 41. Oh, wait. He claimed the two-time NASCAR series champion at 41.
Cup championship.
Yeah. So, that's a shame. Wow. And have an 11-year-old son. That sucks. Yeah, that's, I guess he has something to remember on Memorial Day, because it happened, I guess it happened when? It happened this...
It can happen Saturday, Friday.
Yeah, because I remember seeing all kinds of, like, things about it. I was like, what's going on here? But I was so busy I didn't have a chance to look at it, and then I saw it today. So he's gone. All right. Okay, that one's done. Okay. Then we got... Mongo and Gragu. Do you know who they are?
No.
They're the Maladorian and Gragu. It says, after a bumpy opening day, the Force has thrown its weight behind the Star Wars. The Mandalorian and Gragu on Friday says they appeared to be at the risk of the lowest scoring box office opening of any title of Star Wars franchise since Disney bought it in 2012. That's what it looked like when it started. However, it gained traction, and when it was all said and done, it came out on top, I think, for this week. So here it is. It says 102 million domestically and 165 for globally. So 102 is pretty good for domestically. I'm really surprised that globally it only got 165, unless that's 165 plus the 102. So that's I like the different Star Wars things, but I didn't really I didn't watch. I think they have their own Mandalorian series on Disney, but I don't have Disney, so I don't get to watch it. Here you go. I got something that should really amuse you. This guy named M.J. Johnson, otherwise known as Marshall Johnson, has this scheme that he had. Check this scheme out. This is so bizarre. It's something that I can't even explain to you because it's so bizarre. Oh, darn it. Hold on, I gotta sign in. Hope the right password's in here. Come on. There we go. Okay, this is going to be really bizarre. Oh, what? Oh, I got to freaking, hold on. I got to put in the notification or whatever it is. It's telling me it wants a notification. Okay, waiting for response. Where was it sent to? Sent to my phone. Okay, I don't see it. Waiting for response. Try another way, okay? Proof from another. Okay, we'll do it from. Let's try this again. Oh, maybe it did. Hold on. Gotta get it from. There it is. Oh, geez. It's a long number. Hold on. I gotta put this number in. What? That's the right number. No, okay. It isn't the right number. Oh, let's try it. What? Now give me the page I want. I don't usually have Facebook open because people send me messages all the way through the show, and I don't need them to hear these dings in the background. Okay, so this guy here, this is so strange, so bizarre. So he was he was walking around the mall, and see if I can give this totally to you. Okay. Police in Miami say shoppers and employees at the Dolphin Mall are still trying to process how a 30-year-old man allegedly spent months operating what may be the most unnecessary but weird successful corporation scheme Florida has seen all years. So it says they identified the suspect as Marcus M.J. Johnson of Miami Gardens. According to investigators, Marcus first appeared at the mall back in November wearing business casual clothes, AirPods, a lanyard, and carrying a silver MacBook he allegedly never once opened. Employees say nobody questioned him because he looked exactly like a man who schedules meetings that nobody wants to attend. Witnesses say Marcus walked through stores with extreme confidence, occasionally stopping to shake his head at random things while muttering phrases like, "These numbers are unacceptable," and "We're losing people in this corridor." People say he constantly spoke like upper management despite nobody knowing who he is or who he worked for. He had a calm corporate voice. One employee explained, the kind where you immediately feel underpaid. Authorities say Marcus slowly became a regular presence inside the mall. According to employees, he started walking into stores asking workers, "How's morale looking today?" He allegedly carried a clipboard full of pie charts with no actual words on them. Witnesses claim he once stood in silence for nearly 6 minutes staring at Wetzel's Pretzels location before whispering, "This operation is collapsing." Several kiosk workers reportedly thought he was the mall owner's son. Police say things got stranger when Marcus allegedly began holding short performance meetings with random employees in the food court. Witnesses say witnesses say workers actually attended him. He just point at random graphs and say stuff like guest energy drops after 3 p.m. And somehow it made sense. Authorities claim Marcus became so believable, the stores allegedly started doing things simply because he suggested it. One smoothie shop operator told police, he said, "Our straw distribution lacked leadership and we changed the whole setup." Another worker claimed Marcus once walked into a sneaker store, nodded once and said, "Y'all folding shirts emotionally instead of strategically." This is stuff that you can't make up, by the way. Employees reportedly discussed him like he was a real executive. Nobody knew his position exactly, but everyone assumed he could get somebody fired. Police say the situation escalated drastically last weekend. According to reports, Marcus allegedly began arriving with two other men wearing black polo shirts who followed him silently while carrying tablets. Witnesses say shoppers immediately assumed, oh, nah, corporate really lives here. Store managers reportedly started panic cleaning entire sections whenever Marcus appeared. One employee said the second he walked in, people started pretending to work harder. Authorities say nobody discovered the truth until security noticed something strange on surveillance footage late Sunday night. According to investigators, Marcus was never stealing. He was never scamming customers. He wasn't even pretending to own the mall. Police said Marcus had allegedly spent 5 months doing all this for one reason only: to get free samples. Investigators claim Marcus realized employees gave him unlimited free food anytime they thought he was important. According to reports, Marcus allegedly received free bourbon chicken nearly every day, unlimited smoothie samples, cookies on three separate kiosks, free Chick-fil-A lemonade, pretzel bites, frozen yogurt, and an entire free Cinnabon tray during Christmas because employees thought corporate was stressed. Police say mall security finally confronted Marcus after discovering he allegedly consumed over $4,200 worth of free samples. When questioned by officers, Marcus allegedly shrugged and calmly responded, "Honestly, the reward system confidence?" One officer reportedly admitted, "I'm mad, but that's a low-key genius." As of Friday morning, social media users had already renamed Marcus the Wolf of Food Court and the CEO of Walking Around Like You Belong There. Meanwhile, multiple mall employees reportedly got in trouble with management after admitting, yeah, we absolutely thought Pro was corporate. So he got in trouble for pretending he was important. To me, it's funny. It's you never know. You never know anything. So I thought you'd find that funny. It's so genius.
Just for free food.
Yeah. And yet now he's got a record. So it's charges are deception, unauthorized impersonation, and theft by food acquisition. If I'm going to get arrested for something, it better be better than that. It better be freaking, oh, man. Yeah, I thought you'd like that. Let me see what else we got here. All right. Then we got... Oh, this is good. We've been talking about this on and off for the past, couple months. Got this. YouTube reclaims the top spot in Nielsen media distributor gauge as the total time spent falls 7% in March. We talked about who, like when we were kids, it was NBC, CBS, ABC. Those were the three guys.
Yep.
They were fighting over it all the time. Well, that's not the case anymore. It's now, let's see if I can get this thing any bigger. Maybe I can, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. There's the March 2026 and the breakdown. YouTube has 13.2% of the most streamed hours. And next in line is 8.2 by Netflix. That's a pretty big chunk for one company. And
I'm on YouTube all day long.
I have to say that I am too. And I don't, the thing is, it's cool because you can watch a long video or you can watch a short video. So it kind of makes sense. It makes sense that that people are going to watch that, and you can watch a video on basically anything, whatever you set your mind to. If you want to laugh, you can laugh. If you want to cry, you can cry. It doesn't matter. There's so much stuff out there to watch, and there's nobody that has more material than they do. And I mean, what's their overhead? There's not much overhead for them. I mean, beyond the basics, you know. Yeah, I mean, but they aren't paying for the content.
They're not producing. They're not paying actors. They're not
right
producing shows. They're not building sets.
It's awesome. You know, it's really a cool model. That how do you beat that model? Because you know, Netflix has a big chunk of that, but they pay for their movies. They pay for their talent, and so they and actually they're smart because they're gobbling up the guys that are knowing they see somebody like WWE and they offer them a lot of money, but they're probably going to make it back in the tail end of that, and they get, you know, they're doing really well, but they're not doing as well as YouTube is. So, and Disney's you know, Netflix is 8.2%, Disney's 5.3%. So the number one streamer is still YouTube, and by a big amount. I mean, that's what, 4 points. That's 5 points. So that's a pretty big amount when you consider that, you know, people like Prime Video are 3.8, Roku's 3.0, Tubi is 2.2. You know, nobody's coming. Even Peacock is not doing. I mean, they're 1.8. So that's a big difference between those. So yeah, it's kind of funny. It says, meanwhile, the broadcast ended the month with 20.3 shares. So if you add all of those broadcast guys up, you do beat them. You do beat YouTube, but it takes all of them. So that's not.
All of them.
Yeah, that's not a win. Cable ended at 21.4, and that's, again, how many channels is that? That's, you know, 100 for Comcast. That's thousands of channels. You know, even though they're repeated a couple times. So it really is interesting to see where the people are watching their TV. And actually, that brings up another thing. They're doing a thing with AAA wrestling, Mexican wrestling. WWE bought the AAA company, and the AAA company, they do their shows on YouTube. So you get to see the some of the wrestlers, and once they build to a certain point, they'll probably give them airtime on the real channels, or they may not, because they may make more money by how many people are watching the YouTube thing. So it's an interesting thing because they're going away from the model of commercial things like AEW is talking about going to YouTube if they lose their contract, because they might lose their contract when this merger happens. So they'll have nowhere else to go except there. But, you know, that's not a loss for them, because the amount of people that will watch AEW on there is probably more than people that watch it on TV, because everybody has access to YouTube, but not everybody has access to TBS or wherever they're, you know, broadcasting from. So it may be a win for them in the long run. And actually, we may end up eventually seeing YouTube take over everything to a certain degree. So who knows? It's an interesting model, and it's an interesting way for them to make an impact. So I found that fascinating, though. Let's see what we got next. But that's crazy. I never thought I'd see the day that YouTube would take over regular TV. Oh, this is interesting. Speaking of YouTube, this article was interesting. YouTube will let creators use AI to insert themselves into other people's videos. That's kind of cool. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of problems with people doing that, but it's going to be cool. So you could be in, like, say you wanted to be in Trash Talking Radio and you weren't a host, you could actually put yourself in there and be a host. Or if there's a TV show that you like what's that improv show? Mine is it anyway? You could actually put yourself in that particular TV show. It's kind of interesting that you will have a chance to do that. So I don't know. I think it'd be funny, but I see copyright issues all out like crazy with that. It says in YouTube Shorts, a remix option lets users write a prompt to remix the creator's video by changing its style or even adding themselves to the video without changing the basic context. I don't know. I mean, there are people
that could make some people mad.
Yeah. I think there are people doing that already anyway. So, and there's people that use other people's videos in their video, kind of like I used to do. Looks like my sister came into the chat room. That was nice of her. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm interested to see how that plays out. I see lawsuits on the way, though. I could see that being a major issue if you're a content creator and someone takes one of your videos and puts themselves in it. I could see that as being a problem. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, and it's the wild, wild west right now in the YouTube thing. So who knows? All right, let's see. What was this one? I can't remember. I didn't put a. Oh, that was the Nielsen's. Okay, it was in case I needed it. I didn't need it. All right. Oh, this is a good one. Radio station accidentally announces King Charles on the air. I hope he didn't hear it, because he might be inclined to, hey, we look like we could be relatives here.
Yeah.
That could be my Uncle Charles. But anyway, so a radio station announced the death of King Charles. However, the monarch was alive and even on a royal visit at the time. Of course, it could have been a fake Charles. Since then, the station's since offered an explanation as well as an apology. King Charles was in Northern Ireland with Queen Camilla at the time of the announcement. King Charles, often stylized as Charles III, is the king of the United Kingdom and other Commonwealth realms. He became king upon the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth, in 2022. Man, I still feel bad for him, though, because I would want to be king when I was in my 40s or something. His mother just...
Yeah, no, he waited a long time.
And he probably said, oh, come on, Mom, die already. And didn't he get in trouble, though, for being a playboy or something like that? Or was it one of the other ones?
He cheated on Diana.
Oh, yeah. Well, we see how that worked. He got her killed. So, there's no proof of that, by the way.
No proof at all, but it's a good rumor.
Yeah, so it's just weird that somebody would say that on the air and accidentally. How do you accidentally announce the king being dead? So that was funny. Lionsgate is shifting its plans for its two-part sequel to The Resurrection of the Christ. The studio is pushing part one back a few months from December 26th, 2027 to May 6th, 2027. And the second part, previously set for May 6th, 2027, is now moving back a year to May 25th, 2028. Is that the one that what's his face, Mel Gibson's doing?
Mel Gibson.
Okay.
Passion of the Christ.
Okay. Well, yeah.
No, what's it called?
This one's the resurrection.
Called,
resurrection of the
yeah,
Christ.
this is the resurrection.
Let's see here. Then it says, with the news comes a first look at Jacko Otonen as Jesus Christ, stepping into the sandals worn by Jim Caviezel in The Passion of the Christ, the Gibson-directed religious blockbuster released in 2004. So I did not see that. So I'm curious as to. There was some controversy around that, wasn't there?
Well, around, I don't remember, Mike.
It seems to me there was, but I might be wrong about that. So, all right. With that, I'm going to hand over the reins to you.
Mike, the Middle East is a mess.
Really? Huh? When did that happen?
We have a war that's not a war,
Wait, how do you
and
have
a peace treaty that's not a treaty.
Wait a minute. How do you get a war that's not a war?
Well, we've been in a ceasefire now for about a month and a half.
Ah, okay.
And Iran keeps saying it wants to negotiate, but it never changes its position.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's, yeah, doesn't sound like it would.
And we have a ceasefire that constantly gets broken. But nobody goes back to war.
Yeah.
I have a lot of articles, but let me just sum it up for you.
Okay.
I think President Trump wants a deal so bad that he's running around chasing his own tail.
Yeah.
And they're playing him like a fiddle, to use metaphors.
Okay.
They know that he has to solve this thing by July
Okay.
because of the midterms.
Right.
Oil has to come down for any chance for the Republicans to hold the House or the Senate.
Okay.
Everything else in the economy is looking good except for oil prices, and that's transportation prices, which means groceries are up.
Right.
But the rest of the economy is going well.
Okay.
But people don't judge by the rest of the economy. They judge by how much gas costs and how much eggs cost.
Yep. Especially when it's vacation time.
Especially when it's vacation time. And people are canceling their vacations or scaling back their vacations or doing staycations, staying at home. I don't know about gas where you are, but gas where I am is close to $5 a gallon.
I can't tell you that because I don't use gas. So that's a
Yeah,
tough
I
one
know.
for me. Uncle Elon pays for my transportation.
Uncle Elon's good to you.
That's right. He should be. I bought 4 Teslas, so he better be.
You bought 4 Teslas? I thought only 3.
Well,
Oh, yeah, you bought one for Christine.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a mess, Mike. The Iranians are playing the long game. They think they're winning. We think we're winning, but they think they're winning because they still exist.
Okay.
They don't care about the quality of life of their own people.
Well, they don't have quality to
They
begin
killed
with.
45. They killed 40,000 of them. So what do they care?
Yeah, make room for others.
They just want to exist. They want to come out of this intact. And they don't care how badly their people are suffering. They don't care how angry their population is. They don't care. How do you negotiate with someone who doesn't care about the normal things that people care about?
And how are you going to complain if you know that that's your way of dying too? Because if you complain too much, you're dead.
If you come out on the street, you're dead. They don't even want people out on the street. You go to the grocery store, you come home, you don't hang out.
It's crazy.
They turned on their internet today, though.
Oh, well, that's a
First
change.
time in 87 days, was it? 87 days?
Wow.
They turned on their internet.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why they did it. I didn't read that or see that on YouTube. I was interested, but nobody reported on it.
Yeah.
So we sunk a hovercraft today that was laying mines in the Strait of Hormuz.
Oh, wow.
Iran fired at our helicopters who who sunk it. And then we went in and blew up the missile launcher. And we said that it was a defensive action and it didn't break the ceasefire, where Iran said it certainly did break the ceasefire and there'll be consequences.
What kind of consequences?
So, I don't know what kind of consequences. I don't know what they can really do to us except string us along.
Yeah, that's
they
what
can't beat us militarily.
Right.
They have threatened to take the war all over the Middle East if we start military action again.
They got some big
kahunas?
Yes, very, because if we wanted to, we could just push a button, they're gone. The problem is everybody would be gone. Everyone in there.
Everybody would be gone.
And that would mean a lot of innocent people would die.
Well, it's. I look at all my articles, and it's like it's depressing. They don't want to give up their nukes because they want to drop it on Israel. They believe they're a death cult, and they believe that they are to bring about the 12th Mahdi through upheaval and turmoil and chaos.
I don't think I know what that
And
means.
they certainly are creating
What's the 12th?
turmoil. 12th Mahdi is a spiritual figure that's going to come back and usher in paradise.
Okay. So it's their Jesus. It's their returning.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Jesus actually will come before the 12th Mahdi. Jesus Christ will come before the 12th Mahdi and tell Christians and Jews that they've been wrong all these years and that Muhammad is the true prophet of God.
I see. Okay. Well, now they don't have to because you just did.
I just did. But they're a death cult. See, if they die, they go to paradise.
Yeah.
So dying is not necessarily a bad thing.
Right. It would be noble.
If they die in the cause, if they die a martyr's death.
Right.
If they just trip and fall in the shower and break their head open, they don't go to paradise. But
Yeah. Oh, man. Jeez.
so it's the missiles. They don't want to give up their missiles, the rest of their missiles. They do not want to give up their nuclear 60% enriched uranium. Trump says he will not settle unless they give it up, and they refuse to give it up. So we're at a stalemate. It's not the only stalemate. They want to toll the Strait of Hormuz, charge $2 million per tanker to go in and out of the Strait of Hormuz.
Wow.
That's piracy. That's breaking international law. and they're not backing down off of it. And we're going to have to go in and do a lot of military operations to seize the Strait of Hormuz from them. Because in the geography of the Iranian coast, they have hidden a lot of...
Uh-oh, I lost you. Hold on. I lost you. See if I can get you back. Sorry.
Hello, this is Jeffrey Twine.
Oh, man. Call me back, Doug. Call me back. Call me back. Call me back, Doug. Oh, there you are. Okay, try that again. Sorry about that. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, sorry. Someone called it. Someone was trying to call in. I was trying to get rid of them, and I lost both of you.
Cut me off. You cut me off mid-sentence, Michael.
I know, and I don't even know where you were. Something about
Doesn't
that.
matter.
Yeah, continue after let's see here. You were talking about I can't remember now. You were talking about they didn't want to, let's see, they want, shoot, now I don't remember. Okay, well, continue where you were, wherever you want.
This is a death cult who thinks they're winning, and I don't know, Trump wants to do a deal. I think he has to start kinetic action again. I think he has to, what I've been reading and watching on YouTube, is that his supporters, people that like President Trump, who agree with him usually, are disagreeing with him in trying to make a deal with these people. They think he ought to start military action again and start destroying what's left of the military targets in Iran and set them back another 5 to 10 years, on top of the 5 to 10 years they already set them back.
Okay.
He's losing his supporters. The polls show Trump in the worst position he's been in since he's been president.
It's a bad position to be in. I mean, geez, what is the right thing to do at this point? You know, I don't even know if I would have ever stepped in there to begin with. But, I mean, I almost think we should go in there and just take over their country and be done with it.
That would take hundreds of thousands of troops on the ground.
Okay. So it would still be done then. And then it
would be done.
The thing is it better to drag this thing out or to go in there and finish it and be done with it? I mean, it's going.
We tried that in Afghanistan and Iraq, and it didn't quite turn out too well. Yeah. 20 years in Afghanistan.
Yeah, but Trump's the president now.
But he ran on no
I know
forever wars.
I know.
He's boxed himself in. He's got himself in a bad spot.
Okay.
He keeps saying that Iran wants a deal, and nobody believes they want a deal anymore.
Right. I don't think they do either. I don't know.
So I've come down to believing that we need to start military action again.
Yeah, I mean, I somehow think that might be our only solution, because I don't know how long we want. They don't care if it goes forever, because they're in a good position where they have the goods. So I guess I just don't know. This is an area that I would fail at badly, much like Trump is failing right now. Not by his own doing.
He's not by his own doing, but he's in a bad position.
There's no way he's
got the midterms coming up. He's got Iran that doesn't care. He's got a military that's chomping at the bit to get at it again.
Right. I just don't know. Somehow, I wouldn't want to be in his position right now, because it's very hard for him to take a step forward, because they're stepping right in his way to make sure that he can't do that. I don't know. What is the right thing to do? If you were president right now, what would you do?
I would have started military action about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done. But he doesn't want to do that. He wants to have a peace deal. He wants to be the great negotiator.
I mean, it'd be awesome if he could do it, but I just think that we're not going anywhere. It's just
The Art of the Deal, the book, The Art of the Deal. He
I know.
thinks he can negotiate with everybody.
Yeah.
And he's finding out he can't negotiate with these people at all.
You can't negotiate with people that are that far gone, and you just can't. I just don't see, because they believe that they're 100% right and they're gonna win this situation. And the problem is we're playing on their turf.
And we're playing their game. They're making the rules.
That's the problem. So if we had a guy that could, I mean, I don't know how it would change, how we could do it any different, but I think they're smart enough to realize that they can drag this out for a long time and it won't hurt them. I mean, as much. Whereas the morale and everything at U.S. is not really good where it is right now. And they listen to
No, his numbers are bad. We'll get to his numbers in a second, but his numbers are not good. Let me go down and get to that. Let's get to Trump news.
Yeah.
Fox News poll shows that 61% disapproval of Trump.
Well, I would have thought it was
of
worse.
Republicans.
Oh, of Republicans, okay. So I was going to say, I thought it would be worse than that, but then you said of Republicans. So, yeah.
Only 29% believe that Trump's handling of the economy is good. 76% think he's failing in inflation. And they're not backing the war.
Yeah, I can't.
His disapproval rating, according to who did this poll? I read it and I can't remember. New York Times sent me a college poll. Now, they're very liberal, so you can't trust their numbers because they're extremely liberal.
Okay.
So they skew the numbers. But he's at 58.3% as lowest for the disapproval rating.
Wow.
So it's probably 50%. But still, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not. Oh.
Gallup poll says that 76% of Americans believe the economy is getting worse.
Yeah. I believe that.
So, well, let's change to something more upbeat. Let's talk about Cuba.
Okay, let's talk about Cuba. You talking about the indictment?
Yes, they indicted the Cuban president, Raul Castro.
But what does that mean?
Who is
exactly?
how old?
He's like,
indicted for murder.
Yeah.
He gave the order to kill 4 people in private planes that were trying to help.
94.
94.
He's 94. Oh, shoot, I dropped you again. I hope I didn't lose you.
No, I'm here.
Let me pick you up again. Oh, I hate when that happens. That feedback comes back out of my earphones. Anyway, go ahead.
He's 94. They're not going to get him because this is not Venezuela. Getting him is a lot tougher than Venezuela.
Yeah.
So it's just and Raul doesn't leave Cuba anyhow, so there's no way they could get him anywhere else.
Right.
So guess what we did in Cuba? We parked an aircraft carrier in the Caribbean.
Well, that'll scare them.
Do you remember last week I was talking about they have 300 drones that can hit Key West in Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's why we parked an aircraft carrier there.
Just to remind them that we're there?
Just to remind them that we're in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Oh. I don't think there's been a time in my life that I've felt so uncomfortable with the way things are right now. I mean, there's a lot of weird things and things we don't have any control over. Yeah, I don't think there's ever been a time like this in my lifetime where I felt this uncomfortable.
Well, Trump's foreign policy is get out of my backyard. He wants China, Russia, Iran, North Korea out of our backyard because they are all involved in Latin America and South America to varying extents, to varying degrees. He wants everybody out of our own backyard, and he wants to disengage from the rest of the world.
I'd like that.
Yeah, me too. And in doing that, he is screwing NATO. He is cutting the number of destroyers and aircraft carriers that he's committing to their defense. He's cutting the number of troops that he's committing to their defense. He's cutting the number of aircraft and bombers that he's committing to their defense. They're screwed. They better learn to start speaking Russian.
Yeah.
Because they are not prepared for this. But Trump has warned them since his first term that this is going to happen. And they didn't believe him.
Well, I mean, we're the guys that have to do all the... We're like the bully that everyone hires to do all their evil work. And, you know, except nobody's paying anything.
No, we pay for Europe's defense.
Yeah.
Our tax dollars goes to keep Europe free.
Right.
And they laugh at us, make fun of us, and don't help us when we need them.
Right. And the thing is, if everybody comes against us, at some point we are going to lose. If we don't have people backing us up. Everyone expects us to be the police, but they're not paying the policemen to do anything.
The other problem is Taiwan. We're obligated, treaty-wise, to protect them. But the reason we protect them is because they are the major chip manufacturer in the world.
Right.
We rely on their chips. And if it goes under Chinese control, that's just another thing China has on us. So the theory goes that we want to forestall China from moving on Taiwan long enough for us to build chip manufacturing plants in the United States. See, we made a terrible mistake years ago. We let manufacturing leave our country.
Yes.
We allowed it to happen.
The problem is that we had to because we wouldn't be competitive unless we did that.
That's correct. They could get cheaper labor in other countries.
Right.
I'm not blaming the unions, but the union price is higher than anywhere else in the world. So it makes for a great standard of living, but we lost our manufacturing, or a lot of our manufacturing. And chip manufacturing is located in Taiwan. That's how Taiwan makes its money, on chip manufacturing. We are obligated to defend them because we don't want China to take over the chip manufacturing for the world. Because we need those chips. So again, we're in a rock and a hard place, and we're trying to shift our military to the Pacific from Europe and the Middle East. So NATO's getting screwed. Now, I personally don't mind that because, you know, Britain has so many Muslims in their country now that have come in through immigration. They are having 7, 8, and 9 children per woman.
Wow.
They figure by the year 2050 there'll be more Muslims in Great Britain than Great Britain.
Wow.
Now, whose fault's that? They took in all those people.
Yeah.
You know they have Sharia law. There's neighborhoods that white police officers can't go through, can't go in. It's run by Sharia law.
Wow. That's interesting.
Britain has a problem. Great Britain has a problem.
Yeah.
So I don't mind us cutting our ties with Europe. But I'm tired of being the world's policeman.
Yeah.
The only reason that I care anything about Iran is because of their nuclear weapon.
Yeah.
They are 3 months short of getting a nuclear weapon. So I believe Trump had to move when he did. But he is in a bad position, and I don't know. I can't see a way out.
I can't either.
So as a Christian, I'm praying, but I don't see a way out. And Netanyahu and Israel is chomping at the bit to go back to war. They want regime change, and they want to bomb and kill every leader in Iran. So, and the Ayatollah is hiding in an underground bunker, and they do not communicate through cell phones or electronic devices. They do it by courier. Trusted couriers are the only ones who know where the Ayatollah is. And it takes a while to get communication back and forth because they have to go through courier to courier to get it into the Ayatollah to approve a negotiating position. And then they have to get it courier to courier to courier to get it out of the hiding places. It's really bogging down negotiations because the people that are negotiating don't have final say. It's the Ayatollah who has final say, if he's alive. Nobody knows if he's alive or dead. He hasn't been seen. Hasn't been heard from or seen. They just say he's alive.
And how would we know any different? I mean, unless we have a body.
We don't know any different. We don't know any different.
Oh, it's scary times we live in right now.
So let's go to some Trump news.
All right. So we did.
Kelsey Galbert resigned. Do you know who she is?
No.
She's DNI, Director of National Intelligence.
Okay.
She is the fourth female to resign or be fired from the Trump administration.
That's not
from a high cabinet position. He has no females left in cabinet positions now. She resigned because her husband has a terminal bone cancer diagnosis.
Okay.
And she resigned to be with him through the rest of his life.
Do you think that's the real reason, or do you think that she's just tired of it?
Well, they wouldn't fire her, but she has not been included in this whole Iranian thing because she is a non-interventionist.
Okay.
She didn't approve in going into Iran in the first place.
Okay.
So she was not included. Her job was to clean up Biden's mistakes. Yeah. And she evidently has done a real good job of that. So she is a loss to the administration.
Okay.
But yes, her husband was diagnosed, and she did tender her resignation because of that. Did you know that there's now a $1.8 billion fund carved out for people who think they were wronged by the Biden administration?
No.
Can come and recoup their legal defense. And it's going to be given to the January 6th rioters.
Oh,
also.
okay.
They're going to be
I did see something about this. There we are. 2 police officers who defended the U.S. Capitol on the January 6, 2021 sue the Trump administration seeking to prevent rioters from accessing payouts from the $1.8 billion anti-weaponization fund. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I get a point for that.
Good job, Michael.
Well, I get one. That's one thing that I knew that you were going to talk about. Of course, we just got started, so there could be others. Oh, that's the
Well,
Wall Street Journal thing. Okay.
yeah. You pay for the Wall Street Journal?
Oh, no. I just usually find it in another place. I didn't look at it to see where it was coming from. I just noticed.
Well, I can see where the police officers have a point.
Yes.
You know, they were probably roughed up. They were probably abused. And they don't think July 6 rioters should get money to recoup their losses defending themselves.
Right.
They've already had pardons. All the January 6th rioters were all given pardons by President Trump.
Right.
Every single one of them, whether they had anything to do with it or not. If they didn't have anything to do with it and were charged by the Biden administration falsely, they were pardoned. But if they did if they did force them way into the Capitol and did do damage, they also got a pardon. And I don't think that was right.
Right.
And now, because they've been pardoned, they now can apply to recoup their legal defense.
Wow. That okay.
Funds.
Yeah. That.
Do you see why the police officers might be upset?
Yes, I can definitely think that I would be upset too if I was a police officer, because that just like almost encourages you to do that.
Right. So, yeah, it's not a. You know, there were other people that the Biden administration went after. He went after Catholics. He went after pro-life people. He went after Christian pastors. He weaponized the Justice Department against these people that he didn't like. I think they should have recourse to recoup some of their legal fees.
Yeah.
But my problem is that Trump's going after people he doesn't like.
Yeah, of course.
When's it going to stop?
When he runs out of people, which means never.
A lot of people don't like him. I don't think he'll ever run out of people.
No, he'll never run. Never, ever.
So, you know, I just don't like the Department of Justice being weaponized against certain people.
Right.
Because they're not liked politically.
Yeah.
That's something that Cuba does. That's not something the United States should do. And Biden shouldn't do it, and Trump shouldn't do it.
I agree.
I just think it's wrong. And so, that's my tale of woe when it comes to that.
I agree with you.
U.S. tax officials consider adding citizenship question to tax forms.
Why would they want that?
Well, if you want to become an American citizen, you have to be a tax-paying person for so long. I do not know the length of time.
Okay.
I believe it might be 5 years.
Okay.
But what Trump wants to do is find out if you're illegal or not. So he wants to put it on the tax form. People are up in arms about that because they feel that the ICE will get a hold of that information and go and roust them out of the country.
Doesn't sound like an efficient way to use that, though. Because, I mean, even Americans don't necessarily know the answer to those questions.
On the flip side, it would be nice to know how many illegal aliens are working in our country.
Yeah. If they're illegal aliens, they shouldn't be here. And that's, you know, it's funny. I start watching on YouTube, they have border control. And a lot of them, like lately I've been watching Australia, but they do have United States border control from people flying into this country that aren't supposed to be here, people driving into the country that aren't supposed to be here. It's really interesting stuff. But just watching that show, they're looking for drug dealers, they're looking for things like that. But it made me think about how many people they actually do stop from coming into the country that aren't supposed to be here. And some of those people, they seem to be. I don't know how many are really tricked into this, but a lot of people. I don't know how we could stop it beyond what we're doing at the different places, but there's got to be a more efficient way to do it than that. I just don't know what it would be, but there's got to be a better way to do it than that.
Well, Biden didn't care, but the people behind Biden believe that if we had open borders, all these Latin American and South Americans would come into the country, vote Democratic, and provide a majority for a century for the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
Okay. Trump and the conservatives wanted to stop it. So they have stopped the border crossings. It is down to virtually nothing now. They have, with the U.S. Army and Border Patrol, they have stopped the flow of illegal aliens over the border. But we have anywhere from 11 to 15 to 18 million illegals in this country.
Jeez. I guess that's not as bad as it was. It's not as bad as it was, I guess. I don't know.
Well, we do get some out, but nowhere near 11 to 18 million people are going to leave this country. And so what Trump wants to do is find out just how many are working and paying taxes. That's what the reason behind this is. That's going to go to the Supreme Court because the liberals are going to fight it, tooth and nail. The other thing is that Trump has mandated that if you are going to apply for a green card, you have to leave this country and return to your country of origin to apply for the green card. Now, he says you'll probably get it, but you have to leave, go to this country, and apply from there, and no telling how long it'll take for each person to get their green card. And then they'll have to pay to come back. Now, let's say you're married, and mom has to go back to her country and leave her kids.
Wow.
Or a man who's been working for a corporation for 15 years will have to quit his job to go back to his country of origin to continue getting his green card. I mean, this is the argument. The conservatives say, "Oh, so what? Who cares?" The liberals say that is unfair, unjust, and cruel. And so it'll go to court, and it'll probably have to go to the Supreme Court to be decided.
But the thing is, how unfair is it when they're not here officially anyway?
Well, I lean conservative, so I lean that direction, but I'm just trying to present both sides.
Yeah.
It's never been that way, however. For our history, you could come into this country illegally and apply for a green card and wouldn't have to leave the country to get it. Trump administration wants to change that completely. And of course, that's going to elicit a major fight. Of course, everything Trump does elicits a major fight because the left fights everything he does, whether it makes sense or not, they fight it. Can you believe they're still fighting trans males in women's bathrooms? They're still doubling down on that coming up to this election.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can't change someone's mind. It's that close-minded, and once
you realize it's an 80-20 issue or a 85-15 issue.
85
80 to 85% of America believe trans men should not be in women's bathrooms or in women's sports, and yet they're doubling down on it.
I do believe that in women's sports they shouldn't be. There's no justification for that. There's no justification whatsoever, because a man or a trans man, either one, or I should say a trans woman, doesn't. A man has physically an advantage, and even if that is a trans woman, he's going to have, or she's going to have, an advantage that can't be. There's no way to equalize that. You know, it's not like you lose your strength or whatever it is by being a trans. You don't lose that. You still have that. You still have the athletic ability that you had before. So, yeah, there's no way I would ever allow that if I were in charge. I don't have problems with the rest, but to me that's a pretty big thing.
Well, I also have trouble with trans. I get confused. Trans women and trans men in women's bathrooms. I also have a trouble with that. But that's it. That's the only two things I have trouble with.
But what is the problem with the bathrooms? Because women's bathrooms, if you've ever been in a, have doors. So there's
in high schools there's open showers in many locker rooms in colleges.
Okay, I didn't think they still had that stuff.
And there have been a few, and not a lot, Mike. Not a lot, but a few rapes.
I've heard zero.
Well, there's been a few, and when I say a few, it's probably counting on one hand.
Because usually those are men, and not
they're
trans
men dressed as women. They're not trans men. Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Those are predators.
So, because trans men aren't interested in that. So, anyhow, they're doubling down on that, and I can't believe they're doing it. I thought they would have learned their lesson in this last election, but I guess they didn't. Disney wants The View to be exempt from the equal time rule. Did you know that political shows are under an equal time rule? If you give the Democrat 5 minutes, you have to give the Republican 5 minutes of airtime if you're a political show.
I didn't know that.
The View is run by the newsroom of ABC, the news office of ABC. Trump administration is trying to get The View off the air, number one. But number two, they can't do that. They are trying to make them give equal time. They haven't had a Republican on their show in 2 years, I believe.
Interesting.
Disney is asking that they be exempt from that. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I guess it would be nice if it was a legit thing, but you know, what's to stop the person from putting a really bad representative of the other side on the show so that they could have just another view, another point of view of someone, so they put someone bad on there so that view doesn't have any credence anyway. I don't know. I don't know. That's a weird.
The View is what it is. The View is what it is.
Yeah, I don't watch it.
I don't watch it. I vote by not watching it.
Yeah, I think that as far as I'm concerned, people that watch it, they have the thing. Okay, so it comes to me. I feel this. The way that the political world is right now, there's only a few of us that are really in the middle. I mean, there really is only a few of us, or at least that's the way it appears. Everyone's either way on the one side or way on the other side. There's nobody in the middle. And so when you have these things that you have to have the other opposing side, why can't they just let them do their thing? And nobody takes The View that seriously anyway. At least
that's my point. Everyone knows what it is.
Yeah.
It's a liberal show
that
appeals to very liberal people.
Yeah.
Let them have it.
That'd be like
Fox News appeals to very conservative people.
Right. And it'd be like if I had a TV show, and I wanted to present something. It'd be like I would look for someone who doesn't really know what they're talking about to do the other side, just because, I have to do that. I have to present the other side. So you put someone on the other side that doesn't sound credible or anything, just so that you have that. Why even bother? Just let them say whatever they want to say, and if it's all stupid and if it comes out to be radically wrong or the opposite of your opinion, you're not going to watch that show. I don't know.
Well, I agree. The other reason is, of all the things that are wrong in this country, why are we wasting time on The View?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to kind of portray, is that, as far as I'm concerned, that their stuff isn't that. It's like, what I thought was really great was when Hollywood got behind the Democrats because they didn't want Trump in, and they were sure they were going to shut him down. They were really, really sure, and it didn't work. You know what that told me? It told me that kind of stuff doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if the people are smart enough to sniff out someone really bad. Well, maybe not, but it didn't make any difference one way or the other. Trump lost the one, he gained the other one. So it doesn't mean that he converted people. It just meant that he was smart enough to go out and try a different strategy. That's the whole bottom line, is that all this planning for nothing in the first, where he lost that whole thing, it could have been avoided just by, I don't know, the people will know. The people are going to figure it out. The people that matter are going to figure it out. So I think the whole thing of, it's nice that they want to have the other opinion there, but people are either going to listen or they're not going to listen. And the people already have made up their idea of whether or not, it's not like you're going to sway somebody during that conversation, during that time when they have the opposite opinion. You already have your mind made up. On 90% of the things that I would ask you, you already know what you're going to say. So you're not going to sway somebody.
Yeah. See, I don't watch 24-hour news.
I don't either.
I can't do it. I might turn it on if there is a fire or an assassination. I might turn it on to get the headlines.
Right.
But I don't sit. I know a guy that all day, he retired last year, and all day long he watches Fox News.
Hmm.
He isn't going to last long.
Someone needs to set him up with YouTube.
Oh, man.
And then he can be entertained at least with some of the videos.
the dog videos. I just say to him, man, you've got to get a life. Watching Fox News is not, if he was a liberal and he was watching MSNBC, I'd say the same thing to him.
Yeah.
You got to get a life outside of 24-hour news.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy.
So you got to get a life outside of The View. So The View is liberal, so it's liberal.
Right.
Don't watch it. Don't watch it. So, the Pope. You want to go to the Pope?
We can talk about the Pope.
Let's talk about the Pope.
I forget there it is. Okay, I had to remember what it was we were
The
talking
Pope weighs in on AI.
Yes.
42,000 words.
And I'll bet you generated it with AI. So the actual, okay, here we go. Let me read it here, watch it here. Let me see here. Hold on. I'm going to bring it up. Polio, what is it, 14th? Is that 14th?
14.
Released a
14.
sweeping statement on artificial intelligence yesterday, warning the technology could deepen inequality, erode trust, concentrate power without clear guardrails. The 83-page document, the U.S.-born Pope's first, is one of the most authoritative forms of guidance in Catholic doctrine. So there's the actual doctrine. It at least you can click on the different spots and jump to wherever you want to be. But yeah, it's boy, he probably used AI to write it though.
Yeah, he probably did. You know, this is his first one of his reign. This is his first paper, his doctrinal paper.
How old is he again?
And it is the official stand. It is the official stand of the Catholic Church now.
Yeah. And how old? He's like, how old is he? He's an old man, right?
He's an old man.
He's like in his 90s, right? Or
no, 80s. He's not in his 90s, but he's in his 70s, I believe.
70s? Oh, I thought he was older than that.
Maybe he might be older than that.
Okay.
Mike. I'm not sure.
Now I gotta.
I don't follow it closely, but
see, now I gotta look because now I'm concerned about.
Yeah, you're interested.
Well, a little bit, just because I know that they like their older. They like their older guys, and they like young kids. So somehow that works out. But copy link. Okay, so I wanna. So I'll copy this, and let's find out how old he is. So. Not that it matters, because age is just a number, you know. But I am curious as to whether or not. Okay, there we go. Google search. Here we go. He is 70. Oh. Oh, okay. He's nowhere near the age I thought he would be. Okay.
No, they're usually much older.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, well.
So, this is his first encyclical. This is his first one, and it's really, he sees AI as the industrial revolution of our time, and he doesn't trust it.
Interesting.
A lot of people don't trust AI.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
But it's here. Did you notice the commencement speeches of everyone talking about AI and the students booing? All the positive talk of AI and how it's going to change the world, and the students that are graduating almost consistently are booing AI because it's jobs. They think it's taking their jobs from them.
Yeah.
Entry-level jobs are going away because they're no longer needed.
Right. That's true. Interesting. I don't see it. The thing is that people don't seem to understand. People were afraid of like the early days of the internet, where people were making their living off of the internet. They were saying, "Oh, it's just going to be a flash in a pan. You know, it's not like real work." And it's, you know, tell the owner of YouTube, tell the owner of say Disney, you know, tell them how that's going to shut them down. It's not. It's just going to create opportunities. So I really think that
it'll shift.
It shifts. Yes.
It'll shift jobs,
and it's going to
create. It won't eliminate them. It'll shift.
Like that's the big question about robots too. Tesla robots or whoever's robot. You know, is it going to take all our jobs away? No, it's going to create opportunities. It's going to create other opportunities. It's going to make us more efficient. Yeah, some jobs are going to disappear, but their new jobs are going to appear. You know,
house cleaners, people who clean homes are going to disappear.
Yeah, yeah, and you know that it'll eventually destroy everybody on this planet because
they will take over and they will destroy.
Eventually, they will take over, and they'll be smarter than us, and it's going to happen. But you know, the thing is, it's. I think people are panicking, and there could be stuff in. You know, it's weird because I keep thinking back to Predator, or not Predator. What was it? The Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he was a
Terminator.
Terminator, yeah. I mean, people were afraid of that, and that is a possibility. But if we're smart enough, we'll have safeguards in place that won't happen. It does concern me a little, but I think we're smart enough that we're not going to fall for the things that the movies said that we're going to fall for. And I guess we'll find out. Well, we won't find out because we'll be dead long before it'll happen, I think. because I think that, this isn't going to be a thing that's going to happen overnight. This is going to be a thing that we're going to let into our lives little by little. And if it becomes a problem, we're going to shut it down. And there are going to be evil people that are going to try to make it worse than it is. And there are going to be people that are going to figure out how to exploit it, like they exploit everything. So it's no different than putting a new gun on the market and figuring out how to make it run faster, how to make it shoot faster, everything can be used for evil. So it's all in what you're looking at and what you're looking for. So anyway.
Google AI cracks 9 unsolved math problems.
Oh.
One was an 80-year-old mathematics problem.
Huh.
And there were 8 others.
That's
in other words, mathematicians have been trying to solve this math problem for 80 years. Google's AI cracked it.
Did they use a calculator?
No.
Did they use a calculator?
No, it was Google AI. I don't know what it was. Which one was it? DeepMind. It was DeepMind.
Okay.
Did 8 of them.
Wow.
And AlphaProof Nexus did 9 also.
Wow.
So the rate at which these problems are falling is incredible. Just the computing power and the intelligence of AI is incredible.
Yeah.
What did you say it would be? Their intelligence would be soon? Their IQ?
Oh, I think I said by the end of the year it would be, I don't know, probably well over 200.
It's incredible.
And how could it be wrong? Because it's going to eliminate emotion and be strictly on numbers or on, the thing is that we have too much emotion when we're involved in these things. Like the question as to whether or not Iran should be taken off this planet would be strictly a computation. It wouldn't have anything to do with emotion.
Well, I would hope they would view it as a threat.
Oh yeah, I would imagine.
Who knows?
But that would be if it read it from our side, our perspective. If it was coming from their perspective, I don't know if it would. It may say, "Hey, give up before you get blown up," or it may say, "Here's the way you could win," and it would work in that way. I see something like Musk, his robots being in our infantry eventually, and eventually not needing to have human lives on the line. Then it's
Ukraine on robots that they have now in the military took an offensive position without a human being involved.
Interesting.
In other words, the Russian soldiers surrendered to these robots without a single shot from a human being fired. So it's already happened.
Yeah.
And we'll only get better at it. Hey, the other thing that Pope Leo the 14th is worried about is the morals of AI. He said that the people that are designing AI don't have Christian morals.
Oh, okay.
And that's a problem. So he is hoping, and I had an article weeks back that said that Altman was looking, he's OpenAI, right? He was looking at Christians. The first people he went to were Christians, Christian theorists and philosophers, because he was looking to build morals into AI. And he was trying to get a consensus among philosophers and religious sects to try to come up with common morals among all the different groups that they could program into AI. Well, the Pope is leery of that because he doesn't trust the people that are designing AI. They're very, very liberal, very progressive, and non-religious. And he doesn't trust them. And I think there's something to that. Because they're not going to be amoral. They're going to have morals. But who's going to program the morals?
Good point.
So Trump postponed signing artificial intelligence order out of concern it would hurt the AI industry. Trump said he delayed the order after objecting to parts of the text and warned it would slow down AI leadership over China. So he was all set to roll out executive order to guide AI development, and he backed off of it because he doesn't want to lose AI to China. Right now, we're in the lead, and he doesn't want to give that up. China's trying to steal everything from us, but we're still in the lead. They haven't caught up yet. He doesn't want China to win the AI race. So.
Interesting.
UFO news. Oh, one of UFO news. They released another batch of.
Yeah, I didn't see those yet. Were they
UAP?
good?
Yeah. Yes, they are good, but they're becoming repetitious because there's nothing new except new videos of strange things, more reports of aliens. There is a report out there, and UFO Insider claims U.S. has bodies of 4 different alien species from downed spacecraft in government custody. There was a reptilian, there was a gray, there was an insectoid, and I forget the 4th species.
Okay.
So he's saying that we have them in custody.
I guess we're going to find out eventually. I mean, I'm fascinated by it, but the thing I didn't see a lot of was a lot of similarities. Like some of them look one way, some of them look another way. The Skinwalker Ranch thing is back on the air. It plays Tuesday up against our show. They had an episode last week, and it was interesting. They're going to try and do something really cool. They're going to they got a basic idea where one of the things is thinking, is acting, and they have to go down the ground. They're going to do a giant like they did on the thing. What's it called, on the thing they're doing in Nova Scotia? Where they're searching for treasure and all that. That I told you about.
Yes.
Okay, where they're going to use a machine like that and dig a giant hole where they think this thing is, to try to get closer to what it is that is breaking their drill bits. They're impossible to break drill bits, and it'll be interesting to see what comes up. I'm actually anxious to see the show tomorrow because I'm really anxious to see what they found. I realize we're not going to get an answer because that would be the end of the show. Once they prove that there are aliens, the show's over. So, yeah, I'm anxious to see it, though, because it's really got me fascinated, because all my life I never believed in anybody beyond this planet. And the past couple of years, I've kind of softened my stance on that because there's so much out there that I can't reliably believe that there isn't something else now. So if there's a conspiracy, there's a really big conspiracy, but somehow I believe that there's more than what meets the eye from what we know so far. In fact, a whole lot more than what we know. The question is, what do they know? What do the people know that they aren't telling us? They're telling us some things, but we don't know a whole lot yet. So that's got me.
Well, if there was a bombshell, it would have been out already.
Yeah, probably. I'm curious though. It's we're getting to a point where
And all the pictures, isn't it strange? All the photographs are not clear.
right. That's the thing that bugs me.
None
the
of them
most.
are clear.
We've got all this technology and we still don't have clear pictures of things, and that bothers me a lot. But the thing about that is, again, I've been watching this show, the Skinwalker Ranch show, and they're showing us footage of like a bubble keeping it inside, and they're shooting inside the bubble, and they can't get outside the bubble with these shots. And they're showing things that are really, if they're scripted, they're really well scripted. So there's a lot of things that don't make sense to me, but I keep watching because I want to know. I'm softening my.
You're curious.
Yeah,
You're curious.
they've caught me. They've got me right where they need me. They've had enough things in there now to make me decide that maybe all my life I've been wrong about all this. So now I'm trying to keep an open, and plus I'm older, so I'm a little bit more open-minded than I was when I was younger. So
Well, I'm a Christian, and I've been programmed to believe there is no such thing as
Sure.
aliens.
and that was my belief too. But now
But
not so sure.
I'm much more open-minded than I was years ago.
Yeah, I would tell you
If it
to watch one of the if you get History Channel, I suggest you watch the it happens Tuesday night. I would suggest you get to watch one of those, and I'd be curious what your thoughts are on what they're doing.
Okay, I'll try to do that. And with that, I'll turn it back to you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to continue on that path because I got some things that we didn't talk about. And I always like to let you go through and talk about whatever you want to talk about. But I always keep my notes here because I want to see if you've talked about this or that. Justice Department provides immunity to President Trump, his family members, and business as part of a settlement with the IRS. Found that interesting. So it comes, come on, here we go. So they're, as part of the pack, it says Justice Department agrees to drop any pending tax claims against Trump as part of the IRS deal. The addendum comes a day after the Justice Department announced that Trump and his cohorts or co-plaintiffs would drop their $10 billion lawsuit against the IRS. So that's interesting. That's what I call clout. So,
Well, guess who's president?
Yep. He isn't dumb about. He's not dumb about that. He definitely plays things to his advantage in everything that he does. But yeah, the anti-weaponization thing we were talking about earlier too. So that was interesting. There was shots outside the White House again, and
Yes, and the shooter is dead.
now here's the thing I decided to do. I did a search for how many times this year has there been issues with shooters. Do you have any idea?
No, I don't. How many?
Well, I got 3 incidents I can talk about. April 25th, White House Correspondents' Dinner at the Hilton.
Correct.
Okay. May 4th and 5th, or May 4th, I don't know why it said 4th and 5th, but National Mall outside the Washington Monument. That was Michael Marks. The first one was Cole Thomas Allen. And the third one was May 23rd, yesterday. Was that yesterday? But anyway, that was Nazir Best from Maryland, who's 21. That one's the one I think he died, right? Yeah.
Yes, he was killed.
Says here he
What
approached.
a waste. What a waste.
Yeah, he approached the.
Like, why does he think he can get the president
Yeah, well, I don't
through
know.
the White House?
Yeah, it's like this is just kind of weird to think that. But I mean, who? Why? Okay, you're a reasonable person, and I feel I am too. When it comes down to that, why would you even risk your life for what? What are you risking your life for? You know, you're firing at officers. This Michael Marks, 45, from Texas, armed man involved with a shootout with the Secret Service on the National Mall, which is close to the White House. He fired at officers, was wounded and hospitalized. A bystander was grazed. He reportedly made hostile statements toward the White House afterward. What possible thing did you gain by shooting at the Secret Service? You haven't gained anything, because I didn't even remember that one. So I, being of the basic public, I couldn't tell you any of these guys' names. Suspect Cole Thomas Allen, 31, from California, attempted to breach a security checkpoint armed with shotgun, handgun, knives, and exchange fire with the Secret Service. Again, what did he get out of this? I can't think that he got any. I mean, it's not as if the president was anywhere around. He just decided to do this.
Well, you've got it with all that's happened. The security around the White House is second to none.
Right.
How do they think they're even going to get close?
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it seems very stupid to do this. Nazir Best, 21, approached a checkpoint near 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue, pulled a gun, fired multiple rounds, 15 to 30 reported, at officers. Secret Service returned fire, killing him. Unless you have a death wish. I mean, why would you even... I mean, a normal person, a person of any kind of intelligence, wouldn't be shooting at anybody. I mean, not like that. You'd be smart and you'd wait until you had your shot to kill whoever it is that you were shooting at. These people were all shooting at Secret Service. There was not even the president in mind. He was anywhere. He was at the dinner, I guess, the White House dinner. So I guess the Cole Thomas Allen was the closest one to the president. But
well, the guy that nicked the president's ear had a good shot at him.
Yep.
And the guy at the golf course might have had a good shot at him.
Yeah.
But these other people, it was futile.
Yeah. So they just either got killed or thrown in jail for what? They didn't. I mean, none of these names even stand out. I can't even tell you, why I would even do so. You haven't changed the world at all. The world just kept on doing whatever it was doing, and 2 out of 3 of these guys are dead. So what have they gained? They've gained nothing, because they're not even famous. If you made the guy that killed Lenin, he made his name. At least we know who he is. I mean, not that was a good thing, but the thing is, these guys didn't really accomplish any goals, except for getting killed. So I don't know. I really find it really bizarre that these people would do this. It doesn't. The problem is it doesn't make sense, because it's rational that I would think that way. It's not rational that these guys would go and lose their lives over what? We don't even know what they don't even have a platform. You can't say, well, I was against whatever. You don't have any idea what they were fighting against. So they died in vain, because we don't know why they died. We don't know what their beef was. And the one guy was 21. The other guy was 45, and the other guy was 31.
All 3 of them threw their lives away for what? Nothing. For nothing.
We don't even know why they were upset. If we knew why they were upset.
Well, the one had a manifesto. One had a manifesto.
Okay. But still, do you know about the manifesto? You do, maybe, but
yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, I know about the manifesto.
But
he was a left-wing radical fanatic.
Yeah.
Okay. he was also nuts.
Yeah.
His family was worried about him. His family turned him into the police.
And he's dead.
Police didn't do anything about him.
So the bottom line is, he did not succeed because nobody knows why he died. We just know that he's dead. So, all right, next thing. All right, so we got U.S. plans to cut bombers, fighter jets, and warships available to NATO allies at the time of war. There's, did you know about that?
Yeah, we covered that.
Okay, we did.
Forgot already.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, we cover a lot of things, so.
Do you pay any attention to anything I say? No, I'm just teasing.
What'd you say? And then, how about, I don't think we did this. Texas girl lured 2 teens to their death in a twisted Instagram plot.
No, I didn't hear this.
Aha. That's what I was, I do have a few things that you have not heard anything about. This is a strange thing. A Texas woman has been charged with allegedly luring 2 teens to their deaths via Instagram 4 years ago, thanks to the help of a confidential informant. Angie Morales, 21, was taken into custody by police on Monday for the 2022 murders of Gregorio Ricardo Cordova Menja, 19, and his friend Angel Ray Garcia, 15. Morales, 17, allegedly used Instagram posts to message the youths to get them to go out to the Union Pines apartment complex where individuals working with the suspect robbed and shot the teenagers. She looks like she had a couple black eyes. Yeah. Her arrest comes a few weeks after the victims' mothers made a public plea to help catch those responsible for their sons' deaths after nearly 4 years of waiting. The families said they spent the last couple of years paying for billboard signs to spread the attention to the case in hopes that any new lead might come up. It says that... And
you said that it was a confidential informant that
yes.
broke the case.
Yes.
Wow.
It says they'd been actively investigating the case and put out a notice on Crime Stoppers asking for the public's help as well. Morales was ultimately arrested after police said they received information from a confidential informant about their alleged involvement. And let's see, there's the one kid and there's the other one, I'm assuming. And a look into Cordova Menja's phone revealed he was speaking with Morales on Instagram just minutes before his death, July 29th, 2022. The message showed that Morales had asked Cordova Menja to meet her at the apartment complex, telling him that he was stepping out and for him to wait for her. Gunshots rang out just before 3 a.m., with officers finding both Cordova Menja and Garcia's bodies at Building 28 at the complex. Call records show that Morales' phone was active in the area at the time of the murders, and Morales, who denied her involvement in the incident, has been charged with capital murder of multiple persons, with her bail set at $250,000. So, yeah, I mean, again, how much could you get from those 2 teenagers? What were you stealing from? They apparently didn't have a whole lot, and so you lost, 2 lives. For what?
2 young lives.
Yeah.
For what?
For what? It's not like she knew them ahead of time. She lured them in Instagram. So they get 10, 20 bucks? What did you get out of it? It's really sad. Then I got this, this is also from New York Post. Fairfield cop beat 16-year-old. And I guess she had a power trip she was doing, because not only did she beat this kid up, but in front of a bunch of people. And I thought that was a stupid thing to do. You don't do that in front of people because, you're going to get yourself in trouble. Shocking video shows a police officer punching a teenager several times as she tried to arrest him at Fairfield High School. As concerns about her past are revealed, the has not been named appeared to strike 6-year-old Maurice Williams multiple times. Field police describes the hits as distraction strikes that took place before the student was restrained. Family members of Williams disagree, saying he was beaten like a dog. People are really, really picky about police doing stuff like this nowadays. You look at these. She's
there's a couple jobs I wouldn't want, and police are one of them.
Yes, and the thing is, some of these police deserve to get what they get because they take their power. I mean, I've seen videos of some of these police that aggressively, like the one, there were 2 police officers and there was 1 suspect. Now the suspect was he stole a car, so he did do something wrong, and they threw strips out which blew the tires out. He pulled over and took off. So when he took off on foot, he finally gave up and laid down on the ground, and the cops came over and started hitting him with the batons after he was already on the ground. And he was like, he had his hands, you could see he wasn't fighting back. He was trying to protect himself from these hits. And I just can't, there's a point where you shouldn't be hitting somebody. If they are giving up, you should not be hitting them. So that was one of the ones that I watch. This one lawyer puts these things up, and he gets their body cam footage, and he talks about the case and why they're, what is considered legal in that department. I mean, if they're not fighting back, why are you hitting them with billy clubs? There's
it's a hard job. It's a stressful job.
Yeah.
It's a thankless job.
Yes.
And all these people do is make it tough for all the good cops out there.
Yes, that's it. That's the point. So I just kind of think that sucks.
They lose their cool. They lose their cool and they lose their mind.
And a lot of these guys are loving the power. The fact that they think they won't get caught. And it's like when a guy
with cell phones today and everybody pulling out their cell phone and taking pictures.
And with body cam
videos.
Footage. Yeah. That's the key. Okay, so next, SpaceX completes the most successful test flight of Starship. The largest and most powerful rocket yet may take astronauts to the moon's surface in 2028. So that'll be kind of cool.
Don't count on that.
Why is that?
SpaceX is very far behind in before they can put human beings on their rocket.
Okay. Well, 2028.
It won't be 2020.
That's a year.
It's a year and a half away.
Yeah. So I mean, it could happen. And if Musk says it's going to happen in 2028, you can be guaranteed it'll probably be 2030.
Yeah,
he's not.
Musk, he's good at a lot of things, but predicting time is not good. He's not good.
He's not a very good time projector. But I appreciate the man more than most people do.
Oh, he will accomplish it. I'm a SpaceX fan.
Yes.
I watched the launch. I watched the whole thing. I'm enthralled with it, but he's not going to make 2020.
No, he never makes his time schedules. I mean, I'd like to say he's going to do it, but he's got a lot of things going on right now that is awesome. The guy, he never ceases to amaze me. He's got so many ideas and so many things, and this robotic thing has got me really fascinated. I really want to get one of them really bad.
That's because you don't want to do housework anymore.
What do you mean anymore? Oh man, that's implying that I did housework once. So yeah, that's you'll notice when you get to the studio next week. Is that next week?
It's the week after.
Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot since you. I had a great idea and I started working on it like 2
I was
days.
proud of you, Mike. I was
was
proud
too.
of you. It looked great.
I was too. I was like thinking, oh, this is great. I'm going to get these things. I'm going to get this locked down. I even bought some. Well, I just finally got some shelves. I want to fix up my my garage and get my band equipment in one place and all that stuff. And now that I got the light show, I got to put them on shelves and stuff so that everything gets put away right. And
You know, like I said once to you before, I just hope you don't put me in your will as the one that's supposed to take care of your house.
oh, I'm not giving you anything. But that means you're not going to get a hard time either. So that's all right. Service dog steals the spotlight at graduation ceremony. So you should like that because
Yeah, dog.
he's got his diploma. Let's see if we can get this thing to play here. Okay, how do we play it? Come on, play it. I know there's a way to play this. I played it earlier. I don't remember how I started it though. Oh, here we go. Let's see if we can get a bigger picture though before we get it played too far. He got his diploma in his mouth. It's great. Here he comes. He's all dressed up in a suit. There you go. There's your dog to be proud of. So I thought that was really cool. A Midwestern beer is being discontinued after 177 years. Any idea?
Yeah, I read that.
Oh, okay, you did know that.
No, I can't remember. I can't remember.
Which one it was? I did look, and I don't remember who it was. Oh wait, oh no, that's the wrong one. Oh, okay, here we go. Legendary beer. It is Schlitz. 177 year of its 250 years. The Milwaukee-based brewery Schlitz has been producing beer. So
well, I will tell you that I have drank that beer.
Okay.
Back in the day, in my 20s, when I drank a little bit, I had that beer.
I've never had that beer. So I've had a beer here and there because I kept trying to understand what was the fascination with beer, and I never quite understood it. So, yeah.
Me neither, but I drank it anyhow.
Yeah, that's it. So,
I
yeah.
didn't drink it for the taste. I drank it for the effect.
Oh, see, I just never really got into that whole thing. And fortunately, it helped me. So, okay, next thing. For many Americans, one more round no longer serves their lifestyle or budget. Wonder what that is. I'm assuming an alcohol thing too. So I don't remember. I kind of put this here and don't remember what. Okay, here we go. Americans consumed 5% less alcohol by volume last year than the year before, according to the new data released this past Monday. But this new abstinence may have less to do with people wanting to stay sober than with basic economics, regardless sales on the rocks across the booze aisle. Consumption of beer and wine dropped the most, 6% over the year, while spirits fell 4%. And ready-to-drink cocktails, pre-mixed drinks, as canned cocktails and hard seltzers dipped by 1% despite top-shelf gains in recent years. Alcohol consumption dropped in 49 states last year, according to Monday's report. Only Nevada saw growth, perhaps because of what happened in Vegas stayed there. So there you go. It was these were sobering realities for the $110 billion a year U.S. beverage alcohol industry. According to Nielsen IQ, a customer intelligence company, saw the off-premise alcohol dollar sales drop 3.4% in 2025. So, yeah. So are the households budgeting watered down demand, or and
Well, I know that Gen Z doesn't drink as much as the other generations,
okay.
and I think with the cost of everything, people are just drinking, spending less on everything.
I think the money's going towards pot. I think that now that it's legal in most places, a lot of places, people are just using it elsewhere. It says here that tighter household budgets are watering down alcohol demand. Affordability concerns are forcing consumers to cut discretionary spending, and this is putting the beverage alcohol industry under pressure. Back in the day, the concerns would have caused people to drink more. So it's a different world out there now. So, the thing is that there's a downward trend, and that's, if it disappears, I don't think that'll kill us. So,
No, I don't think it's a bad thing.
okay, so we got, kill that, okay, because we just did that. What else do I got here? I'm going to hold that. Hold that. Okay, I may come back to it, but okay. How many miles have you traveled through space since your birth?
Oh my. What a question.
That's a good question, though.
How far is the Earth traveling?
Here you go. Here's the calculator. So you're December what?
1955.
12. Oh, wait. How's this work? Come on. Install. I don't want to install the app. Install the okay. 12. What is it? 19?
19.
And
1955.
Okay. And
Full of 19.
I know. That's why I have to ask, to make sure you know what you're doing. 9:31. Oh, you don't know the time? It doesn't matter what the time.
I don't know.
No, it doesn't matter. All right, here we go. We got distance this session. 34,000 kilometers. No, how's that work? No, 35. Wait, I don't know. Since opening this page. Oh, this is just since. Okay, so rotate it one. Oh, I don't even know that number. Is that a billion? 1,029,830,479 kilometers in spinning. You orbited the sun. Let's see, 66,193,707,500 and still going. That's how many times you orbited the sun. Solar system travel, 489,006,573,000. This is really insane when you think about how much, just in the time that we're just sitting here talking, that changes, how quick that changes. Just, it's amazing.
It's incredible.
Yeah, and somebody took the time to make this thing up. So, I don't know. Just seems kind of weird to think about, but I mean, I saw this and I said, oh, okay, that's so since the birth. Man drives Barbie toy car to avoid. I've had some really weird ones this one. Okay. Yeah. Molly.
This is an electric powered toy car, right?
I guess so. Yeah, it's Molly Hightower's answer to high gas prices is a toy he fished out of someone's garbage. 30-year-old handyman from Ellenwood, Georgia stuck a 2-gallon, 1-piston engine from a solar washer, or from a power washer, into a broken pink Power Wheels Barbie dream car camper, a battery-operated car less than 4 feet tall. One pull on the lawnmower like ripcord, and he's off to the supermarket. Knees to his ears, dirt bike helmet on his head. His real car is a 1996 Mercedes-Benz convertible. It costs $90 to fill. $90? What do you drive? You drive a Subaru, right? What's it cost you to fill
I
it?
drive a Forester.
Oh, what's it cost you to fill it?
About $55.
That's just crazy. It's insane
It depends how far I run it down. But
oh, here you go. Here's the car. You could get arrested for driving that. It's insane. Oh, he's got his little Barbie car and oh man. Wait, why is he at the gas pump if he's filling up with electric?
He's filling up. Boy, he has a little engine in it. He has to fill the tank.
That's right. Oh boy, 2-gallon 1-piston engine.
He had to be skinny though, because he couldn't take a guy like me in it.
Or me. Oh man, it's funny. Some people do anything for, some. Okay, so
look at him smiling. Yeah, he's a star.
Yeah, here you go. See inside the world's first Pokemon-themed airport. Oh, I should have said that before, about 10 minutes before I said it. There you go, your themed Pokemon airport. Oh, man. There's some really impressive airports, but we probably disagree with most. Are a little meh when it comes to decor. That can't be the same for Noto Sadayama Airport, about to be rebranded as Noto Sadayama Pokemon With You Airport. The hub, which exclusively operates domestic flights to and from Tokyo Haneda International Airport, has had one hell of a makeover. A Pokemon-themed makeover, to be specific. On July 7th, the brand new look for the hub will be unveiled. You can expect to find artwork inspired by Pokemon across the 4-story of the building. So that's
wow.
It, right? Oop, could have seen it if that hadn't come up. All right, there you go. Oh man,
little kids would love it.
Oh yeah. I kind of like it better than the airports we see now. At least it's a little more interesting. But yeah, that's the airport. Funny. Okay, then we got. So there was a biopic about Billy Joel. It says here. Hold on. It says a biopic chronicling the early life of the legendary rock star Billy Joel is in works. The piano is calling out as both legally and professionally guided. Ottman, who edited the recently released Joel, is direct. Billy Adam Rip for the project. Rip secures for Joel's former manager, Erwin Zier, as well as a small, long-time for Joel's, but a rep for the center has been in touch with the filmmaker for several years to confirm that they don't have the right to the picture. So I guess somebody decided that they were. It's a shame. I would work really as close to them as possible and give them a piece of the profit just so that I could get it right, but that's just me. They did a 2-part on HBO about him, and that was pretty good. So I don't know if you got to see that or not, but that was
I didn't.
That was pretty good.
I don't get HBO.
Ah, yes, that would be an important part of the puzzle. But I would I would think that it would be smarter to do something in conjunction with him rather than,
First thing I would have done is called him up and got his representative and said, "How can we get him involved?"
Right, yeah.
So we get it right.
It seems, but maybe it's because he just did that one and he doesn't want to do another one too. So, I don't know. That's just weird. Colbert signs off the last episode of Late Night with Stephen Colbert already. And the episode, an extended finale, marks the end of the Late Show franchise, launched in the post-Johnny Carson 1990s. CBS announced last year it would end the show, citing financial reasons. Colbert led the time slot competitors. Led the time slot competitors Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel, averaging 2.4 million viewers per episode last year. However, late night viewership has dropped since the 2010s, while production costs have reportedly risen. The decision came amid long-standing tensions between Colbert and Trump, whom Colbert frequently mocked, and Paramount sought regulatory approval for a merger between Skydance Media. Says rewatch Colbert's 2015 interview with the then candidate Trump here, and it has, I guess, the interview. And the Late Show will be filled with Comics Unleashed by Byron Allen. So,
everybody thinks it's because Paramount needs Trump's FCC approval for its purchase.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
But Colbert was making what, $40 million a year, and
that's a lot.
And they weren't bringing in that kind of money. He was losing 10, 15 million every year.
Yeah. I mean, late night shows are difficult to get, an audience, because at least if it was daytime, if you really wanted to see it, you could figure out a way to see it. But most people don't pay attention to late night because it's all politics anyway. Since David,
but it's their own fault. They cut half the country off.
Right.
Because of the far left.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
So they cut at least half the country out of watching them.
Yeah.
I don't have pity for them.
I actually feel that since David Letterman retired, there hasn't been any good late night guys. So that's the only one I really cared about.
Letterman was the cream of the crop.
And he would do whatever he wanted to do, and he usually was controversial, and you may not agree with him, but you had to agree. You had to think he was, he was at least not playing for anybody but himself. He wasn't going for any particular political side. He did what he wanted to do, and I liked him because of that. So, yeah. I don't agree with this next letter or this next article. It's called The Crimson Letter. Harvard University faculty voted yesterday to restrict the number of A's an undergraduate professor can award students. The new policy, set to go in effect in 2027, caps the number of A's in each course to 20%, with the flexibility to award up to 4 additional A's or A minuses will not be impacted. The decision comes as the number of A's awarded at Harvard has grown from 25% of the grades to in 2005-2006 to 60% last year, with the AI potentially expediting the grade inflation. Faculty warn the trend could harm the university's credibility in the eyes of the employers. And see, the whole thing of that, I don't think you should restrict. If the guy deserves an A, give him an A. It doesn't matter to me how many A's there are, because, you're going to Harvard. This is Harvard. You should, take care of your Harvard students. But that's just my opinion. So I would really seriously consider going to another school if that's the case, because you're not going to get your A anyway. So I don't know. I just think that it sucks that they would do that they would actually make
well,
it so
the problem is the integrity of the professors.
Yeah. Well, but who suffers? The sufferer is, if you're paying that kind of money for Harvard, to not
and you don't hit the top 20%,
right?
then you get an A minus or a B.
Yeah.
That hurts your prospects in the job market.
Right. So that's, if you deserve the A, you should get the A, and if you don't deserve the A, you shouldn't get the A. That's really what it comes down to in my eyes. So I found that was really bizarre to start talking about. Then this is one I forgot to do last week that I think we didn't do last week. Did we do anything on Kardashians last week? I don't think.
No.
Okay. You and I talked about it before the show started. I forgot about this one, and I wanted to do this one last week, but truck driver convicted of smuggling $8.4 million of cocaine in shipment of Kim Kardashian brand underwear. See, there you get something for your Kardashian.
Yes.
You're not going to beat that one. It says the Polish driver was slammed for smuggling $8 million of cocaine in a shipment of underwear and clothing from Kim Kardashian's Skims brand. Jacob John Kronkel was sentenced to 13 years and 6 months in prison on Monday for stashing a slew of drugs inside his truck, carrying 28 pallets of Skims clothing from the Netherlands. So, yeah, well, he looks like a pervert. He looks like he would be wearing the underwear.
Yeah, you can probably sniff him.
Yeah, but it says Kunkel from northern Poland was stopped by Border Force officers at the port of Harwich in Essex as he arrived on a ferry with his truck full of celebrity shapewear last September. After x-raying his vehicle, investigators discovered the truck driver had stopped on a journey to pick up 90 packages of cocaine, totaling 198 pounds. He then snuck the wrapped bundles into specialty apartment in his truck back doors. Street value of the cocaine was $8.4 million. You know, if you watch the border program that I watch, you see all the weird ways that they smuggle drugs into countries and stuff. Sometimes they make compartments in their suitcases, or if you're going across the border of Mexico, I've seen where they actually make compartments in their car in like gas tanks and stuff. Like, they get pretty elaborate with this stuff. It amazes me the stuff that they come up with on this. It just you know, but the thing is, they get caught. So that's and in the airports, it's like they have this little thing that they swipe your luggage, and they stick it in this machine, and it says whether or not there was any drugs touching it at any point. It's really amazing technology. But the things that they do with those when you're driving through like Mexico and stuff, when you try to leave Mexico or try to get into Mexico or whatever, I'm just amazed at some of the that they find. You can find this stuff on YouTube. It's called Border Protection or something like that. It's just really interesting stuff. A lot of times, and then a lot of the guys and girls in their bodies, they swallow stuff that they could die if the thing breaks. So yeah, it's just crazy what people will do to try to sell this or get this drugs through. You couldn't pay me enough to do that. I mean, some of these people are innocent, or basically, I mean, I guess they're not innocent because they're bringing it across, but they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're getting into. These people pack their luggage and they put this stuff in their luggage and stuff, and they get, I don't know if they get a couple thousand for carrying the bag on the plane or something, but a lot of these people say they don't know. I mean, I'm sure they do. One of the guys, a lot of the times they get stuck at the border for things like food. Like, really, I don't want to go to jail for food. If you're gonna, I want something big if I'm going to jail. Just crazy. But all right. Waymo recalls nearly 4,000 robo-taxis over dangerous behavior on flooded roads. An unoccupied vehicle was swept away in San Antonio flood last month. Sounds like that's really strange behavior for the Waymo to be driving through that. Yeah. When I was in California, I saw things all over us. But the power of these, not power, but let's say the bad thing about these is you have to be connected to central. Tesla uses its own power to tell you where you're going to go, to tell you where to avoid. These things, they have to actually go back and talk to the server that runs them. And if that server's down or can't be reached, the car pulls over to the side of the road. That's not good.
And sometimes they go into a neighborhood in a cul-de-sac and just go round and round and round.
Mm-hmm. So I saw something on TV about, well, I know that they use LiDAR, and they stopped using LiDAR in Teslas a long time ago because they didn't think they need it. So they developed their own technology, which is Tesla Vision, because they use real vision to determine what's going to happen. So as the car sees it, you see it, or you see it after the car sees it. This uses LiDAR and doesn't rely on seeing anything. The LiDAR works on a thing where it pings everything in front of you, and it develops the information from whatever the LiDAR sees. It still needs to be connected to a server, though, and if the server doesn't work, you're stuck. You can't go anywhere. The thing about LiDAR is it's probably more accurate. Like they did the coyote test. Did you ever see any of these? They painted a wall, and they painted the wall as if it's a road going somewhere, and the Tesla went right through it. But the LiDAR cars figured it out. So now that was an older version of Tesla, so I don't know if the new Tesla stuff would work. But the old Tesla stuff, it went right through it drove right through the picture. Whereas the LiDAR, it stopped. That is one advantage of LiDAR, is that you're not going to have that. So, for better or for worse, there's good things about both brands. There's bad things about both brands. So it's just the way it is. You got to look at what works and what doesn't work. But in this particular case, they recalled 4,000 robo-taxis over dangerous behavior on flooded roads. I don't think that the Teslas would have gone through the water. So it's hard to say though, but I don't think they would have. By the way, the Tesla learns as it's going too. So if you do something, like I've had a couple times where I was driving, or I wasn't driving, I was riding, and the car just jerked over to the one side because somebody was coming into my lane. And the car saw it, and I wouldn't have seen it as fast as they did. So, but again, the big power is that it doesn't rely on a server at corporate to make its decisions. It makes its decisions based on what's happening in front of it. And then it learns from that too. I know there are certain spots that my car isn't making the right decision, and over time it learned that the right decision was the other option. So, it's funny to watch the progression of these different things and how it learns from the stuff that it does. So
I would imagine the introduction of AI will make it learn a lot faster.
No, it already has AI built in. It's got Grok AI. So everything it does is based on learning and finding out. If it finds a better way to do it, it does it. So I liked it. It's really cool. All right, next. Okay. We got... this was interesting. I think this was from last week. I didn't get to do it. Google, it stopped for attacks to use AI to identify and exploit previously unknown software vulnerability. It says warn AI capabilities may be outpacing cyber security defenses. So that's something to keep in mind, because as AI gets smarter, it's going to definitely, you mentioned that earlier about how AI learns and stuff. It's already at the point where it could be scary. So it said that it disrupted a criminals group attempt to use AI to exploit in another company's previously unknown digital vulnerability, adding to heightened worries across government and private industry about AI risks for cybersecurity. And after
but if you both have AI and it's both learning, it should negate itself.
Well, theoretically, but that's not going to be necessarily true, because if you don't know you're being attacked, you may not have your, if they find a new place to go in or whatever, the AI on your side has to acknowledge that they're, I don't know how to explain them. I don't know it's better than other AI. So there's certain things like, I don't think Grok is the best AI out there, but it's what they use to drive their vehicles. So it's the best one for Tesla. And I started using it a little more for basic things if I'm not building on it. If I need a quick answer, I'll go there rather than start a new thread with the other one. So I don't know, just kind of, it's one of those things. Let's see, what else do I got here? Okay, so that one's done. I can throw that one away. Okay. Okay, got some stuff that is, okay, here we go. Well, you don't watch HBO, but here's some information on HBO. First of all, it's the only premium service that I do have. And I have it for various reasons. One is it's the best one out of all of them, in my opinion. It also has AEW on it, and it also has Sopranos and a lot of good programs on there. And actually, it was pretty much put to rest a couple times by other companies that thought that it wasn't strong, and that's why it became HBO Max, or then it just became Max, and then they went back to HBO Max, and now they're back to HBO. So the only thing that kept them alive, I think. But they launched in '72, focused on commercial-free movies and sports events. In 1975, the network began using satellite technology and leaned more into original programming, starting with the hour-long stand-up comedy specials. By the 1990s, it produced Oz. I loved Oz. That was a good show. The network's first hour-long drama. By 2000s, HBO established a model for viewer-controlled content, which foreshadowing the binge-watching era, the network established itself as the home of prestige television, with a focus on cinematic storytelling and complex characters and stuff like that. Right now, on the HBO, they have their own series like The Pit, which is really doing well. The second season wrapped up in a couple months ago, and it's the numbers like you can see on a regular channel. I mean, they actually are doing really well with it. Game of Thrones was like a great show that, again, capitalized on the fact that you could watch it on HBO with no commercials and all that, and The Wire. So actually, did you know that HBO once had a nightly sign-off?
No.
Back in the day, yeah, back in the old days. So I love HBO. I think if I had only one that I would choose, I would pick them over everybody so far. I mean, next would be probably Peacock, but as you noticed in that chart that I showed you in the beginning, they aren't anywhere in
Peacock wasn't that.
Yeah, they were all.
Peacock wasn't that big.
And HBO wasn't even on that list that well. So, but that's just. I still like it. Okay. Let's see here. We can talk about this. Northeast Ohio. What do they buzz about? Bigfoot. Did you know this?
Yeah. I've been following it for a while.
Okay. I know.
They claim there's a Bigfoot in Northeast Ohio, and it ranges from western Pennsylvania to western Ohio.
I did not know that until the article. It says here, Mike Miller and Benjamin Radford have both spent years talking about Bigfoot from very different points of view. When you hear something or see something that sticks with you and becomes part of you, you can't shake it. He's been on the hunt for the Yeti for nearly 2 decades with the Ohio Night Stalkers. Now, 2 decades is a long time to really believe that this is part. I guess it's. I mean, if you believe it enough, I guess you could keep going. But I don't know. Why is it that nobody has a good quality camera? Nobody has. It's like the UFO thing. Maybe they have something. They have something to do with the UFOs. I'll bet you they're the guys that send the UFOs out. But anyway, it says when you hear something or see something that sticks with you, it becomes part of you. You can't shake it. He's been on for 2 decades at the Ohio Night Stalkers. It's a fascinating question whether or not these creatures exist. And that's I see some interesting videos, and some of them you wonder whether or not that they are set up to with fake Bigfoot costumes, I guess I'll say. For Miller, the hunter, finding Sasquatch is a mystery whose answer could be around the corner at any cave. For Radford, the skeptic, the source of constant disappointment. If they're real, they live and breathe and poop and eat and sleep and drop dead. We should be able to find one. How are they being elusive? There should have been thousands of them, but yet we never see any skeletons of them. We never find anything. We
don't find any dead ones. We don't find any burial grounds. We don't find any. Yeah.
I wonder. I mean, I believe that they don't exist, but I mean, I don't see any burial grounds either, and I guess it could be like that. Just that nobody. They're supposed to be 8 feet tall. Why is it that I've never seen? Well, I don't see them because I don't go in the woods too often. But there's a lot of people that are in the woods. Why can't we find one? I'd like to see one. But I guess we're never going to know. I mean, we see all these, like this picture. I've seen this picture a million times. Looks like he's dancing. But I don't know. It looks like doesn't look like anything eyes. Maybe it's somebody in an outfit. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'd love to know. But it says the mystery even got attention from the FBI, which agreed in 1976 to examine 15 hair samples taken from a reported Bigfoot encounter. Why is it we never see anybody, unless they kill whoever they find? I was just about to think, why is it the guy with the camera doesn't run up to him and say, hey, can I get a picture with you? But I guess that could be that they have and they've died. I don't know. I'm really curious about that stuff, though. I would like to see the answer to that, a definitive answer as to whether or not they're there. So the FBI said it was concluded as a result of the examination that the hairs are of deer family origin. Well, I don't know. Maybe the deer started standing up when we're not looking. You never know. But I mean, I think it's funny because we see, oh, here we go. There he is.
There he is. He's in a suit and tie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, he's got a necklace on, too. But, yeah, it's just really funny. And with AI, people can make their pictures look like they're right there. So, all right. Well, I guess I've wasted enough people's time. Do you got anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we covered it all.
Let me check something here. Why did I have that circled? Huh, I don't know. I had some more stuff from weeks ago that I had saved, but it's really not as important as it was. It says net breakup fee forces WBD to a 2.0. That was when Netflix decided it wasn't going to buy the Warner Brothers thing. It cost $2.9 billion to. That was that to, wait a minute. That was the that's to Warner Brothers. That cost them $2.9 billion when they started like saying, well, maybe we should sell it to these guys instead of these guys. So they screwed up by not selling it to Netflix and lost $3 billion by waiting. So, yeah, that was what that was all about. I forgot all about that. So I can cross that off.
Netflix came out ahead.
Yeah, I think Netflix did the right thing because they were just screwing them left and right. And they weren't going to give them any breaks. So I think they're going to end up, somebody's going to end up losing money, but it's not going to be Netflix. Netflix is smart enough to, I mean, think of all the things that they've bought that we never thought that we'd see. I never thought we'd see professional bull riding, you know. But, oh, no, they don't do that. That's TKO that did that bought them. Yeah. But TKO bought that, and they were up 26% on bull riding. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
I guess there's a lot of rednecks out there. So, all right. I guess we'll wrap this up, and I need to go through this and see what is still good as far as a lot of these articles. Hopefully I'll have some songs to play for you next week. So,
that would be nice.
Yeah.
Look forward to that.
I'm looking forward to playing them because I'm telling you, I've never felt this good about my voice. I love it. I love that we did such a good performance, all of us, in the big band. I was just excited because we all did our jobs and we all did what we should have done, and we all should be proud of what the end result was. So, but I'll let you be the judge on that. So,
okay.
I'll play a couple songs and you can tell me whether or not I'm
whether you suck or not.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I guess then it's time to go, and want to thank everyone for checking us out, and I will, let's see, which one is it? This one. Is that the one? No, that's the intro. Do I have two? Maybe it's this one. There we go. No. All right. Which one is it? It's got to be this one then. We're going to find out whether I'm right or not. I don't know. Come on. Okay. Well, guess I get to sing. We're still the one. Oh, here we go. I knew I had it somewhere. I'll see you guys next week as same bat time, same bat channel. And should come up here any second now. Sure it will. Yeah, there it is. I'll see you guys next week.